As you can see, it's one of the unique times in the life of the church. It's one of the 2 times during the year that the priests and the deacons get to wear rose-colored vestments. So it brings joy to you guys to get us to have to see us wearing this color. This color is a symbol itself of joy. So this weekend, we hear in the entrance antiphon, "Rejoice, the Lord is near." And so the church today, by asking their priests and deacons to wear rose-colored vestments, is exhorting us to rejoice. Why? Because the Lord is near. And so I want to spend a little bit of time talking about joy. And so where in your life have you experienced joy? What is a moment in your life that you would say you were joy-filled? It may be a wedding day. It may be the birth of your first child. It could be a graduation. It could be a championship that you won. What was that experience of joy like? It seems like when we experience joy, there's this wholeness, there's this completeness about it. It seems like when we have this experience of joy, we become more ourselves. We become enlivened. And so I think a definition that we can work with today is joy is the experience of attaining something that you've hoped for. Joy is the attainment of something that you long for. So for example, a couple, they wait months before their wedding day, and then when the wedding day comes, there's this experience of joy, this experience of being made whole. And so joy is this attainment, is this being made whole. Then it presupposes first and foremost that we must be incomplete. To have joy means that we must first have a need. We must first be yearning for something. And so today, let us pause and let's just reflect on our need. Let's reflect on the fact that we are incomplete so that we can understand more fully why the church exhorts us to rejoice. And so where in your life do you feel incomplete? Where in your life do you feel like you're not good enough? I can list some examples just to help us in this reflection. So on the needs of society, if we look at our culture today, if we look at our country today, it's pretty easy to see that there's a lot of brokenness. It's pretty easy to see that there's a lot of division. We constantly see acts of violence, acts of hatred, lots of words of slander going around. Our country is incomplete and needs healing. And then bringing it close to home, there's probably a lot of families here that experience brokenness. There's a lot of families here that there's relationships in it that are broken, and there's a need of forgiveness. There may even be some people here who do not even feel welcomed in their own family. You may be even sitting in the same pew as your family members, but you feel ostracized. You feel like you're an outsider, even to your own family. And then we even bring it closer to ourselves. There's parts of us that we don't like about ourselves. There's parts of us that, for some people, may even hate about themselves. That they wish they could change, that this act, the way that I look or the personality that I have, I wish I could change it, but I can't. And then there may be moments of our own life that we regret, that we wish we could go back and change, that we need forgiveness in. As we stand in front of our incompleteness, it's pretty hard to do. It's pretty hard just to pause and think about our incompleteness. But when we do so, we start to understand 3 things more. When we pause and stand in front of our need, we understand 3 things. The first is we start to understand more of John the Baptist's question. We start to understand his question. His question was, Lord, are you the one who is to come? Lord, are you the one that can actually come and save me? Are you the one that can actually save my family? Are you the one that can save my country? Or should we look for another? The second thing we start to understand more, we start to understand Advent more. The whole season of Advent is summed up in the Psalm today where we said, Lord, come and save us. This whole month is a month of yearning, asking the Lord to come and to save us, come and to heal us, come to make us whole again. And then we start to understand this third thing, which is the words of Jesus today in the gospel. Jesus today in the gospel said, in response to John the Baptist's question, he said, look around. The blind see, the lame are healed, the deaf can hear, and the lepers are cleansed. What Jesus is saying in response to this cry of the human heart, what he's saying is, I'm the one that can bring salvation. Those who encounter me receive healing. Those who encounter me become complete. Those who encounter me are made whole. And so, brothers and sisters, today the church rejoices. Why? Because this Lord that can come and save us is coming to us today, or coming to us at Christmas. And the church rejoices. Why? Because the Lord is coming to us here on the altar today. The church rejoices because the Lord is near. The one that can save us is coming today, body, blood, soul, and divinity, in the Holy Eucharist. And he wants to come and save us. And so during the offertory, while Father and I are preparing the altar, I want you to think about this one question. Where do you feel incomplete? Where do you feel like you're not good enough? And as you think about this, I want you to place that need, that brokenness, that incompleteness, I want you to place it on the altar spiritually. I want you to give it over to the Lord and say, Lord, come and save me. And then as the Lord comes off the altar into your hearts in Holy Communion, invite him into that brokenness and say, Lord, come and save me here. Lord, come and redeem me here. Come, Lord, and make me whole here. Brothers and sisters, today, the Lord, the one that can save us, is coming to us in Holy Communion. And for that, we rejoice.